got tip pans on again, but it ain't. It's just started raining. Right, breaker time. Something a bit different for a brake barrel. Quite like it. They've been out for some years over in America. They've been out in this country about 4 years, but I came across one brand new yesterday at one of my local gun shops down in Park Market. Nice little place, bit off the cuff, some of the stuff what they do. Yeah, see what you think. It's the Duel by Beeman. It's 2.2, double barrel, 2 barrels. Ridiculous if you ask me, but we're going to have some fun with it, I'm sure. So what we're looking at a gun that's quite weighty. It's about on par with the Walther Rotex weight wise, but I'll put this scope on. You get a leaf sight at the back, very reminiscent of an old LMG or Bren gun, or the Enfield 303 Mark IV for getting out there, but my eyes are that trash that a lot better off with a little scope. So I put a little hunter scope on, a little 44, little 3x9, yeah, suits it, seems happy enough, comfortable with it. But yeah, they're a dual shot, double barrel, as standard. They come with a fibre optic setup on the open scopes. It's got a 440mm barrel on it, ×2, and the rifle. It's not as noisy as you'd expect as well. Bit of cleverness going on as well. You know, that's quite a nice recoil pad, and it's very comfortable. The reach on it is about 290, but the weight doesn't come into it. Once you shoulder it, it's really quite comfortable no matter how you decide to handle it. Good for shooting from the knee and from being seated. So yeah, very different. Quite a nice sort of grippy trigger on it. It's almost flat blade, but it's slightly curved as well. You know, but it's tidy. And when you cock it, there's a safety lever here, and when you cock it and it catches on the sear, that comes on automatically, the actual safety. It's not really comparable with anything else, to be honest with you, with it having the 2 barrels. But I think the nearest I can think of is the Chief 2 PCP that we did not long ago in wood, although that is quite a bit lighter. So yeah, obviously it's a Springer, it's a double load, 1 barrel above the other, put both your pellets in at the same time. When you fire it, it shoots both the pellets at the same time, and I haven't even zeroed it in yet. We're going to set about doing that later, but it's sure to be some fun. I'm very sure it's going to be some fun, especially with it being the 2.2. I can't wait to get it out on one of the permissions to see what happens, because it's, I don't know if you call it a double tap or a double bubble or what, but it's firing 2 at a time. Very different, and it is patented by Beeman. Used to be able to get them over in America, I'm not sure if you still can, where it was a 2.2 and a 177. You know, but it seems that they're doing them in this country in 177. They use the same box for it, and this one came as a 2.2. So it does have different names depending on what country you're in, but this, in this country, I believe, is the 2216S wood, and it's some kind of beech. It's not walnut, it's slightly stained and what have you, but it feels nice. There's no stippling on it or anything. You know, it's quite weighty like I said, but it's very different. That's why I got it, and because we're doing a few Springers, reviewing those as well. It's like we're doing the Kral NR1 in the not too distant future, which is a bit of a beastie. When I saw this, I thought, right, grab it. You get them from about just over 200 quid upwards. Some places might want 275, others might be 250, others 225. You don't know until you have a look around. You know, try Gun Trader or something like that, or Gunstar, or your local RFD, or I'll look online. But yeah, with a little orc scope on it, I'm sure it's going to make a difference. Eyeline spot on and everything, it's just, what do? You shoot it. So I think I've just about covered everything. It has got a chunky trigger guard, real nice chunky trigger guard. It seems well put together. I have noticed that the same as on a lot of Springers, the actual rail, the cocking rail there, is a tiny bit loose, but it's got to have that little bit of give on it. So yeah, it's a bit of a stiff cock as well. You know, I haven't actually cocked it there, but I'm going to have to take some to give it some, to be honest with you. But, yeah, safety on, no air in it. Let's get it on that little 20-yard range and see what it whacks that target like, so I've got a right funny feeling it's going to be hitting it at some pace. So yeah, see you in a bit. Cheers. Hello again, on 20-yarder with Beeman double barrel thing. It's a giggle more than anything. It weighs a ton, got 2 barrels, and it's like a workout. So I'm not going to be shooting ever such a lot of these, I don't think. Maybe 10, 15, we'll have to see. Because that's sort of 20, 30 shots. Because it's 2 shots every time. And I do believe that these are actually set up so that they're near enough join up at around about 35 yards. And, so I'm not expecting miracles at 20 yards. Let's see how we get on. Just see how we're looking here. I'll go for the centre one to start with. Right. Okay. Let's see. What tends to happen is the closer you are, the further the spread between the 2 pellets. I got it because it's a bit of fun, to be honest with you. And it smokes like a Wild West gun every time you try and change it. So, let's see how we're getting on this shot. I'll adjust, see if it makes a difference. There you go. How's that? So if that were a rat, it'd be getting it with 2 pellets at the same time and it's noggin. If it were a rabbit, same for that too. We've tried to stick the chronograph on it. And I could have sworn she said, "What do you take me for?" I'm not taking on to it at the time. Right. Centre one again. There you go. Not too bad, really, is it? I've realised that I'm 2 mil dots out. So I'm using all over now. I remembered I set it up on my 10-yarder here. That's my indoor pistol jobby. Because it was raining. Automatic cock. That lever cocks automatically when you break it, so that's not a bad thing, really. Let's have another go. Top right. Yeah, right one's it. Not sure. Let's have another go. Oh. Proper workout, this barrel though. Wouldn't mind seeing what it would do in a pesting situation. I reckon it's a potential for getting a bit messy. Top right again. That's gone alright. I'm using the RWS 14.5 grains, with it being a breaker barrel, Springer. They do seem to like them a little bit lighter than the Diablo Jumbos, JSPs and Air Arms, Field Diablos. Let's go for the top left. Well, that hit. Just a shame the chronograph won't wear it. Must be too much for it, trying to calculate 2 pellets moving at different rates. Understandable. Bottom right. Oh, that's weird. A little bit all over it. A few flies coming out of it, but it's 2 barrels at 20 yards. And I'm sure that there's a taper on it so that out in the distance it's set up for a specific yardage. I think that's probably around about the 35 yard mark for hunting. The idea being you can hold over or hold under, can't you? Let's see what happens now. Let's go for the bottom right hand one. I'm not sure about that. It seems to be going where I'm aiming now. Ooh, it is heavy. You have to be a big lad to use one of these. Definitely not a learner's gun. So I bash at the bottom left. Yep. I clipped it. I haven't tried it with 1 pellet in. I don't think it'd be a good idea. But it seems that the top barrel is the one that hits with the most accuracy, and the other one seems to just follow on. Right, bottom left again. There we go. And I should imagine you can use pellets up a hell of a rate. Would it be to every shot? Oh, it is fun though. For a cheap gun. Right. Top left. There we go. Getting me iron now. Trouble is, I've been shooting a PCP, then a PCP, then a breaker, then a breaker. Top left. Pretty reasonable, that. Cracking targets. Just blooming hard work. I'm not even going to try for the 01mm, bro. I'll probably get both of them. Right. Why not? I'll go for 01mm, bro. Give it a whirl. It's a mile off. And then I did expect that. 1 more shot. Or 2 more shots. It's tiring me out now. Feels like I'm in the gym. Very, very strong pull. Trigger's easy enough to use. It's quite definite. And I do like that, how it puts the safety on every time. Right, bottom right. See what happens. There you go. I think I might have got me eye with it, so I will have another go. Oops. Took my scope with my cigarette. This non-PC thing that's in my mouth. Who cares? I don't. It's up to me. My choice. Oh. Bottom right. That's not too bad. Yeah. It's a fun gun. It's got an half decent oak scope on it, like a little one, a little 3x9, by 40, whatever. Yeah, it's got some good things going for it. Like, it's funny, although it is heavy. And see what happens when we try and take it a little bit further out at a later date. Cheers. Bye.